Welcome back to episode. This is 12, right? I think so.
Wow.
We've played in a number of months equal to one full year. We're like a casually once monthly crew that get together and play some old school Dungeons and Dragons.
For the monthly crew, yes.
So here the four of you stand outside of a door, the back to which Beskri has pressed her back.
No.
And there's some clear jelly on the other side with a burning ring of energy in the center of it.
So I take one of the parchment papers I have and write a big nope on it, and then I stick it to that door.
I love that you canonically have like a roll of Scotch tape or something that you've been using to like tape signs to things.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that, but I do.
I'm sure that you can like wedge it into the like crack between the door and the
I
thing.
do that.
Nope.
There you go. Yep. Yeah,
Awesome.
but I did have the paper. Like, this is a legitimate thing on my character sheet, so it's not
Fantastic.
that much.
All right, team. What now?
So let's go somewhere else.
Yeah, up. Go up.
Before we leave this hallway, and just to beat the dead horse of these purple ruined doors one last time, Senga in her tininess can't see under the door, can't get any other sense of if there might be something desirable on the other side, right?
All right, I'll tell you what. There is one more thing that you get. Senga can't. Unfortunately, the doors, like, they have a very small space at the bottom, and there's no light in any of these rooms, so that there's no way to see anything. But Babs gets something. You go exploring around and looking, and of course, like 3 feet of wood will block your detect magic aura, but like 2 inches of wood will not. And so from back in this room, the one I've placed you in front, you can detect beyond the magic of the door that there is a magical aura in this room.
Is the aura moving?
No.
Guys, there's something magic in here.
Nope.
It's not moving, so
Nope.
it's probably not alive. Could be sleeping, I guess.
Not moving yet.
It could just be a good idea to check it out. I mean, in case it's a scroll, I guess.
But we know that the things are stored in the tower, and this is not a tower.
All right, I mean, I'm just using my skills. What you guys choose to do with the information, it's up to you. Because I have 1 hit point, and I'm drunk. So...
That was the cell next to mine. Did I hear anything coming from that direction, from left out my door?
Good point.
And what were the walls made of?
Stone.
Oh.
Yep.
A stonemason dwarf might be able to go through that stone wall, however.
Given probably given a day, you might straight up be able to chisel through the wall.
I look at the dwarf.
Brilliant idea. Hand me a chisel and hammer and I'll get us through this wall in no time at all.
I actually have one on my character sheet.
Good. If you didn't, I did too.
Amazing.
By the gods, you're so prepared. What a crew.
I mean, we could spend a whole day.
I mean, other problems might become apparent if you just hang out here for a day.
Yeah, but could we rest though there?
Well, how about this?
Why doesn't someone just try opening the door? Like, we don't have to go through walls or door. That's what doors are for.
Senga in her tiny old lady voice says, I tried, but then I got a really bad feeling and just like stopped.
Well, maybe this one will feel better. You should try it. Babs backs up.
She does some karate, and then she's like, I'm not feeling it.
Does anybody have a disposable character left?
Evie looks around, shrugs her shoulders, and then
How could any of you be disposable?
You seem strong. Maybe you should open it, Sappy.
Another brilliant suggestion from our fearless leader.
No,
Wait,
no,
don't open the door yet.
Later.
There's an object inside laying on the floor.
I mean, it's
We don't
hard
know.
to say precisely where it is.
It's just not
like-
moving. And
Yeah,
not
it's
in
not
there.
moving. It's a localized, specific, magical aura.
Babs,
Is it scroll shaped?
You can't get a sense of the shape of the object or creature.
is
Maybe
there...
I don't have to tunnel through the whole wall. Maybe I just have to dig a little hole underneath the door.
Oh.
And then
Just
we
like
could
one
send
breakout?
the small person through the tiny hole to investigate.
Oh. I hand you the chisel. I'll remove it from my character sheet. I give it to you permanently.
Thank you.
But if we want to know the thing is alive in there, and Evie turns to Babs and says, I'm going to ask you to do something that you might not like, Babs.
Then I won't do it, probably.
And I respect that. But there's a chance that you might, because all I'm asking is if you take a little of the ale in your barrel and perhaps just tip it under the door. If it's a living creature, of course it will be inspired to inspect, perhaps drink, be grateful, even, or at least get wet and wake up.
I kick the door. Cuckoo. Anyone in there? Cuckoo.
Babs,
Oh no.
Everyone else backs away from the door.
what's your luck?
Oh no.
Why would you?
Why?
Oh no.
Why?
Why do I do these things?
This is why
think
I have
it's the
0
drinking.
characters, Anna.
But Babs.
But why did you touch the door? I was gonna do it if Neal wasn't gonna do it.
I have 7 out of 9 luck
That's
right now.
not good. Babs, you kick the door. Is anyone in there? The rune on the door flares and flashes.
Bye.
Please roll 1d6.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay. Maybe you'll just turn into a lizard.
Chat, please, if ever you have sent any luck my way for rolls, do it now.
Lizard eyes. Lizard eyes.
Who?
Is that good or
Whoa.
bad?
Thanks, chat. Holy smokes.
Either extremely good or extremely bad.
Is it?
but
Oh no, look at
Steven looks
Steven.
like it's extremely
it's bad. It's bad.
He's so happy we're fucked.
Oh god.
Chat, you sent me luck in the
Oh,
wrong
God.
direction. Thanks for trying though.
The instructions unclear, too much
Yeah.
This is why too much luck is a bad thing.
Oh my god, it was a D6 because you have 6 luck?
No,
I have
no, no.
7. I don't know why. I'm assuming it's because that's how much damage the door is gonna do to me.
No,
Okay, that's good at least.
it's far worse.
No.
It's like the critical table where the higher you get, the more terrible the effects are.
Yup.
No.
What's worse than that? You turn into a leech.
That would be worse.
You
You
turn
can no
into
longer
6
process
leeches.
alcohol.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Babs and Suppy.
You could just stop there. Just so you know, Steven, you have that choice right now.
You both open your eyes. You're in a beautiful meadow filled with frolicking deer. The sun is shining brightly overhead. Birds are singing. There's a beautiful little cottagecore house with like a whole bunch of herbs drying and like maybe like a solar farm on the roof or something like that. Like a mule comes wandering up to you and it says, "Oh, hey guys. I wondered when you'd show up. I've just got a pot of stew on. Would you like some?"
Yes.
Come
I
with
haven't-
me.
Been fed in days.
The rest of you, especially Evie and Scribbles, see a massive fireball shoot out from the door
Holy
and
shit.
explode in a 20-foot radius.
Oh my god.
Flames erupting down the hallway, dealing 14 damage to everything in its radius.
Oh god.
Evie's
So
around the corner.
I really
Anybody-
enjoyed having a character for 10 minutes, Anna. That was really nice.
Oh my god, you brought Suppy down with you!
Yeah.
Those of you who are
now.
caught in its radius could make a DC 18 reflex saving throw and take half of that damage instead.
Oh yeah.
But the end result will be the same. Both of you are now sitting in the beautiful meadow, talking to the mule, being offered
And
delightful
somewhere
boats
in the
to-
distance, you can hear a moose cry.
Actually,
Yeah.
actually, there is one critical element here, which is that Babs is a level 1 hero, which means that we
You can
have
turn
to
it
go.
over.
We have to go turn over her body.
Yes. Babs, now is the time to come back. And be Babs
let's see.
backward.
Let me make sure that I know what the deal is here. I think it's
Spam.
just a straight coin toss.
She's got that drunk luck. She just like was all noodly, so it didn't hit her too
Okay,
hard.
chat, this time could you just specifically send your luck for Babs to come back and everything to be fine? Please. Please.
I
Let's
can't
see.
believe Neal's character lifespan so far. It's like Bellum and then the
Oh
dwarf.
man, yup. It is luck based. If a character reaches a dead ally's body within 1 hour, the dead character may make a luck check when her body is rolled over. On a successful check, the dead character was badly injured but is not permanently killed, and the ally is able to keep her alive. The dead character was simply knocked out, stunned, or otherwise incapacitated. You will recover to 1 hit point. You will sustain a permanent injury of some kind, reflected as a permanent -1 penalty to strength, agility, or stamina. So, who's doing the turning over?
Well, I imagine as this fireball like flashed down the hallway, Evie minus maybe some eyebrows is gonna rush in as soon as it's clear.
Cool. Babs, please make a luck check. You're aiming to try to roll equal to or lower than your luck score.
Technically, I'm kind of in a long rest right now, right? So I'm just saying probably I should be rolling at 9 instead of 7.
At the end of an 8-hour time period, absolutely.
Really?
But unfortunately,
you
you'll be
can't
dead
have
by
your
then.
full luck when you're dead?
No, you cannot.
Oh, all right, here we go. Chat, are you ready? Please.
Let's
Vibes,
go. Come
vibes,
on.
vibes.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Taking all my luck out of the universe, please, please.
Oh my god.
Whoa. Wait, it's supposed to be
Yep.
low, right?
You rolled a 19 and you wanted to get a 7 or below.
Oh, you had to get below. Darn it.
I'm sorry. I was looking you up. I looked.
There's like a flicker for a moment as Babs flickers away, and then she comes back and the mule says, "How do you like your stew? I think you're gonna be here for a while."
Honestly, as long as there's ale, this seems better anyway.
The mule turns over to the back wall and like kicks it with one back foot, and the back wall just like falls down, thunk. And there's like a massive waterfall of ale and a huge pool with like a fountain in the middle of it that's spraying whiskey into the sky. There's an otter swimming backwards through the fountain. It says, "Oh, hey."
Very symbolically, Babs lays down her keg and walks toward the waterfall.
Nice. And Suppy is there also.
Suppy had to come to Babs's heaven.
He's a very supportive person. He's here to help you out throughout heaven and the afterlife.
Man, it was so cool and just like so short-lived.
Brutal.
In the stone corridor, Evie's like thrown herself over Babs, and she's just racked with sobs, like Babs and Puppy and Babs.
Legitimate.
Scribbles, who takes note of everything, knows that Babs has a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah.
And so Scribbles is just like,
Including the Ring of Zutula.
oh yeah, Scribbles does know that. And so as there's, the crying and
You're just
leaning
crying.
over, Scribbles is like, oh yes, it's so sad, and she's like putting her hands on Babs, but just taking stuff off of Babs, just putting it in her pack, including the ring.
Nice. All right, you take whatever stuff you want off of Babs. I'm going to assume that any treasure that's marked here is going to Babs is instead going to Henley. Henley? Scribbles.
Scribbles.
So you had some silverware worth 100 silver pieces. That's gone to Scribbles now. And I think that was it as far as like the treasure from the fall of House Dudet, this adventure. The rest of it, feel free to track on your own.
Yeah.
Also, around the corner, Scribbles, in the room, there is on a table next to the bed, there is an engraved block of black charcoal.
Oh, the door opened.
Yeah, you kicked the door. The rune fired. It blew a huge fireball, which also opened the door. And the only thing that's in here that isn't like a bed or a desk is an engraved block of black charcoal.
Do I see what the engraving says?
It's not like engraved with words. It's like engraved in the shape of like a tiger.
Oh.
Yeah.
Last time somebody
Hey
checked.
everyone, there's a charcoal tiger in here.
You just hear Evie like sobbing from the hallway outside, like.
I think there's some treasure. Anyone?
Sure. Vespri hands over most of our valuables to Stresh. Just to make
Nice.
sure they don't get burned. She still goes with the armor though. Like, we don't mess around. She also hands over her notes because she's also a scribe. She hands him also a nope paper just in case another one is needed.
In case we need it.
Yeah, and then she's gonna touch that thing, try to grab it.
Okay. You go over, you touch it gently. You feel like a small tingle at the tip of your finger.
I like pet it.
You pet it and you feel it tingle across your hands as you like touch it. It's like tingles and like it makes little like suckering sensations on your fingers as you touch it.
Does it feel like bad or like empowering? Like I'm about to be a wizard.
Feels weird. It definitely feels wizardly.
I asked Stresh to describe how he feels when he casts magic, and I tried to compare experiences. I asked Stresh to look at it in case Stresh might know a little bit more about what this might be. Stresh knows quite a bit about, like, he has 2 magical books on him, a scepter, is like a level 1 wizard, which is obviously like super experienced.
Oh yeah. He doesn't have like identify magic or anything like that, does he? Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think he knows anything about this. Like he's been exposed to it, but what you know about magic is basically what you've been exposed to in the game.
Oh, that's too bad. I just want to share that I just looked at my character sheet, and Stretch Duty has +4 to secret doors. I don't know what's that, but that's
Cool. Yep.
interesting to note. I mean, go for it, best grade. Just take it. See what happens. I guess everybody exit the room. Let's not kill everybody at once. Maybe just one of us could die. And I guess we close the door as Despy picks up the thing.
I think those notes about infravision and 60-foot immunity magic, sleep, and paralysis, +4 to your doors. I think those are notes about being an elf, but you are actually a frog playing the class of an elf, which is a warlock. Yep. Yeah, Strage is actually not a wizard. You are actually a warlock.
Good to know. I'm gonna note it down.
Yeah.
That's even cooler. Cool. Okay. But yeah, but Vespri takes the thing.
Cool. Yeah, you take this weird black charcoal thing.
I keep it on me, and then I whisper, "My precious." All right, then I guess I follow the party from a little, like, like a couple feet back just in case. Like
Fair.
2 meters apart, preventing contagion. I wash my hands. Okay, then I guess to the upstairs we go.
Okay, so we go back down the hallway the way we came.
How should I note this?
Just write down strange magical charcoal.
Okay. I memorized the symbols and wonder if I did that symbol in charcoal, if it would cast fireball. But I don't do anything.
Cool. Yeah, you memorize what the symbol looks like.
Yeah, I don't dare to draw it in charcoal. All right.
Cool. Where do you go now?
To the upstairs.
Let's go.
I mean, we kind of mourn for Babs for a couple of minutes, and then we go upstairs.
Cool.
Just leave Babs there.
I mean,
I understand. I would too.
I mean, we also left Lurchweed behind.
True.
And Fiona the furnace.
And yeah, and also the dwarf.
Yeah,
Everyone.
Skippy.
Everyone.
We buried a dwarf.
Oh, last time we buried people, they came back. It's a losing game.
Good point.
He was so supportive.
He has so much personality. He's such a nice guy.
We'll definitely remember that one above everybody else.
I see why you didn't let Senga kick the door open in the midst of everyone.
And everyone dies at the same time. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so I guess it's that way, right?
I don't know. I was just trying to follow you and I lost you guys.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so you go upstairs and it actually just like loops back around and you end up in a hallway exactly the shape, size, and direction of the one that you were just in, but one level up.
Should we refresh or is it the
Nope.
same map?
Yep,
Good reuse of things, Steven.
I'm basically just like, we're just gonna look at this and you're just on this hallway. There is no door to the left and no door to the right.
Okay. Oh, look at fallen golden ooze. Okay, let's keep going. So
And
who
do
has
we have-
this? Yeah.
Good.
I was just wondering who has any disposable characters left, or is everybody like on their last?
I have Scribbles and Henley.
Okay.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
Agnes and Evie.
We're
Yeah.
both deeply precious.
Yeah, I have Strej and Beskri, so like I could let go of Beskri arguably, but Strej is not going down.
So when you get here, there is a door to your left, right here.
Yeah.
But also at the end of the hallway, there is a door.
Does
I
the,
think we need to keep going up as much as possible. We're looking for a tower.
That is correct. Which
The-
one feels the most up?
the door at the end of the hallway, is that also like when one floor down it had the Bobugwu Bills facade,
Yeah,
right?
the mouth of the frog. Yeah.
Is it just like that's their like symbol on this door whenever we encounter it at the end of this hallway?
So this is just a door. There's no symbol on it. There's no face of Bobugwu Bills. There was on the bottom floor. There was just a face of Bobugwu Bills.
Which door shall I open, friends?
Let's open the door at the end of the hall.
Okay, I open the door and then I go to the side, ready to close it back down. I'm like keeping my notepad ready to go.
So hold your characters where they are. You open the door and there's a circular room beyond. It's about 35 feet across. Immediately to the right of the door are stairs leading down, and immediately across the room from you are stairs leading up.
Stairs
In the
leading up.
center of this room is like a pile of someone's stuff. There's like 4 small wooden barrels that smell very pungently of spice.
Oh.
On top of one of them is like a jaunty foppish cap. There's a fine leather pouch with an embossed bee stamped on the side of it.
It's vellum stuff.
By any chance, is there a shaking in one of the barrels and a small voice calling from inside saying, "Let me out"?
Help! Help! My lord Bellin stuffed me in this barrel. Yeah, and that's what you see when you open this door.
Well,
and is this just can we get a sense of where we are on the ground floor? Are we still underground, or are we still?
Oh no, you went upstairs, and therefore you're on one floor above ground level.
Okay.
Yep.
Excellent. So they have carried all these barrels of spice up one level and stored it in this tower here.
Yeah, and there's a level up and a level down.
Up.
up.
we go. This appears to be the tower where
I mean,
people store things that they take from prisoners. So
yeah, is there anything from Beldenstub that looks important? I mean, the spices are really heavy to carry, so that doesn't sound super appealing right now.
There's this pouch that looks like it contains coin, but that's it. A jaunty cap.
Oh! Stretch takes the cap and wears
it. Is technically fit for a frog.
Yeah, Stretch wears the cap.
I mean, if no one's gonna pick up the coin, then Henley will pick it up.
Fantastic.
How much is it?
Henley, there are 65 gold coins in here.
Dang.
If this is stuff taken from him, does he have any weapons? Like any daggers they might have taken off him? Nothing else?
Doesn't look like it. Henley has a pouch containing 65 gold coins. Cool.
And there's no sets of keys or anything else, like cloaks, anything hanging in here?
Nope.
Noted.
You head up the stairs. The room upstairs starts smelling strongly as you ascend the stairs of like incense and like magical ingredients and alchemical substances. In the middle of the room upstairs, there are 3 bedrolls. Against the wall, there's like cases of dried foods, wine, etc. There's a little like writing nook off to the side. There's a little window that peers out over the swamps. It's bright out, but the window is very dim because it's all shaded with like ivy leaves that have like grown over it. It's just open air, right? There's no glass or anything, so you can reach out and touch the ivy. There's a writing nook that contains 2. I guess it contains like one thick leather-bound book with a little lock on the front, and a brittle, old-looking scroll that's like wound around a scroll rod.
Scroll!
The group cheers as you see it.
Who is that? Is that Henley chanting scroll?
Yeah. It's like
Scribbles.
one of the only words you've ever heard Henley actually say.
Scribbles, you walk over to the scroll and you slowly untie and then roll it out. And at the top, you read the words inscribed on it. Hear the last will and testament of Zokar Zan. And then the rest of it is just absolute, like, mind-boggling, maddening gibberish. But this appears to be what you came here for.
Huzzah! Let's run out for Babs and also enjoy this small victory.
And then,
hand over wine to everybody.
There is this book that's got the lock on it, and it also has like a black charcoal mark inscribed on the cover. It's a different shape, some sort of like upside down with like points pointing up and like filigree off to the side rune on the cover of this book.
Veskri, would you like to take a look at this tome?
Sure, everybody step aside.
Everyone steps back 20 feet.
Yeah, we like all give a little space. And,
a lot of space.
Veskri kind of just takes it.
Pick up the book.
And then waits. And she's like, ugh.
Touch the book, lick the book.
Tastes charcoaly.
Nothing bad happens when you pick up the book.
Good. All right.
Yeah, probably if you just wipe off the rune, it's fine. 5-second rule.
Okay, magic book with charcoal.
I'm sorry, you opened the book?
No. She's like, at this point, she's like covered in charcoal, like between the things she picked up and not the book, and she like put it in her face. I would like Strej, as he sips his wine and ponders about life and thinks about Babs. Does he see the knights with Bellum from afar from the window?
So as you look out the window, it's clear that you're looking out in a direction that Strej and the knights are not in. You're looking out like sort of to the north of the building instead of out to the south where the entrance is.
Does it feel like we could exit through here?
You know, this ivy does seem rather climbable.
My friends, I believe I have found an escape route.
Agnes looks at you and goes, "Is it through the window? Down the side of the tower?"
You have such high perception and wisdom. I am deeply impressed. You will be a great right hand as I exercise my rights as a noble, as either Bellin or Strej. I am not sure yet.
So long as you don't ask me to be your right leg. And she like actively like stomps past you.
So, was it Henley who picked up the scroll? Who picked up the scroll?
I thought it was Scribbles.
Well, oh, okay. So Scribbles has it. Great.
Henley was chanting scroll, scroll,
Yeah.
scroll. But Scribbles being the scribe was like, yeah, totally.
It is
Cool.
a scroll.
All right, so
So
treasure.
we got the scroll, we read it, we saw that it was the will, and that is the item that we are looking for.
The Eldritch Scroll of Zokar Zan.
Yep.
And I'm sure Scribbles remembers, but I don't. What do we need to do with it now?
Bring it back to Petrov, the prophet of Teotihuacan.
Right.
Yep.
But only just now we realized it was like a last will and testament as opposed to just like a random important scroll, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's like his final writings about the magical research that he was doing, right?
Okay. So there might not be any reason for us to read and then perhaps alter the contents of for our benefit. We should just pass it on unaltered.
You can absolutely
Agnes?
you can read it as you go back, but
You said it was gibberish, basically, right?
Probably none of you have the level of like arcane research necessary to comprehend the maddening writings of Zokar Zan. Who took the spell book with the rune on the cover?
Veskri.
Veskri, it makes no sense, but she took it.
It's a book. She's a scribe.
She likes charcoal.
Yeah. And she'll probably hand it over to Strej at some point. Or maybe she's about to become a wizard of her own. Maybe I have 2 wizards.
Cool. All right.
It certainly is a door opener.
The how many of you are there left now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you, plus Senga.
And
Climb your way down the tower uneventfully and to slip away into the swamps. Is there anything else that you wanted to do?
If we
go murder the shit out of some overlords and rescue Bellon.
Yeah, that was my question. I understand that we have connections to the jailer vis-a-vis some patrons, i.e. mine. Would we feel like we could get him back at a later date, or do we need to rescue Neal now?
Like
okay, cool.
there is 100% like you can just rescue Bellon if you want. Like
I think like I'm wondering if like as Strej being Bellon, could he ask for his own prisoner? He's a noble. Right?
This is clever.
I want to get him back and start calling him Strej from now on, and he can claim that noble title. I will take his title.
What you know is that the agents of the Overlord think that Strej has like broken the law, contravened Justikar Snish, and like gone to the keep against all arguments. And so like Yes, the agents of the Overlord had a genuine reason to arrest Strej. Strej, being not noble, will probably just be thrown into a cell to rot. But like, if some other noble were to like ask the Overlord, "Hey, can I have that prisoner you got?" The Overlord would probably just be like, "Yeah, pay me." What this means on the patron level is you can probably just pay one influence and get Bellon for free.
Oh, yes.
Or straight up, you could pay one influence and like set up a quest to send your pawns to go like bust Bellon out of jail, right? Like, we can do it either way, basically.
But my dad owns the jail. Like, can I just have him?
Your dad owns your family's
Got
jail,
it.
but the Overlord's jails are different.
My dad has a dealership.
Yeah.
I do have a question. So like, we're out of here, we're gonna get Bellon at some other time. What about Strej's lordship? Like, I feel like that whole storyline is like left hanging.
So, what do you have that gives you a claim to lordship?
The do they blood?
That's good. It's good to have that. Unfortunately, that's not a document. It won't prove anything to
You have
anyone.
Froghemith. Isn't Froghemith yours?
Froghemith is still technically inhabited by that creepy old man who wanted to drain Strej's blood.
Yeah, like he was about to get back to us, and there was like this really dramatic moment we were building up to, and then we just left.
Yeah.
Well, technically you own that, so you have that. I'm just saying if we were to take it.
Yeah.
Strej, there is one thing that you do have.
What?
You have the ancestral scepter of House Dudet.
Yes. Okay, let me clarify
So,
that
like,
on my character sheet.
The situation as we've currently, like, the current conclusion that we're looking at is Strej knows that he has, like, noble lineage. He could probably make a claim somehow. He doesn't have documents, so, like, you can't present obvious claim to anybody who would care. But you do have this scepter, which is like a pretty potent thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you can find a way to like claim that the scepter is yours legitimately and not just something you stole because you're a random Frogen, not actually Strej Dudet. Like, you know, there's you don't have the clean accoutrement necessary, but you've got part of it.
Okay.
You're moving in that direction.
Yeah, but it feels like we can wrap up this bit of the adventure, and this is gonna stay a lingering thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, just making sure we're closing the things here. I'm okay with that. I wear my Bellum hat proudly, as I feel like I kind of just got my Lord Nobleship through this whole adventure.
You know, I think what really matters is the nobility of the heart that beats in a frog's chest. And we have learned something about the heart that beats in Strej's chest. I don't know what, but we learned it. All right, companions. It's time to do some end of adventure stuff.
Yes. Man, Babs was so close.
Only
Babs
you
is
hadn't
so
kicked
close.
that last door.
It's so silly.
I know. Survived so many things and then died
I
kicking a
know.
door.
Kicking a door. Yeah.
You were
Rough.
so close.
Oh.
I'm really sad.
May we meet other just as compelling pawns in our
There will
future.
never be another Babs, Steven.
There will never be another Babs, it's true.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I've created a couple new handouts. Show to players. This is the pawn rules for the post-adventure checklist. So 1, you should decide, will you liquidate all of your treasures, or will you like retain some of the treasures you acquired and keep them for personal use, or keep them so that you can turn them over and hand them into your patrons for like their XP benefit, and also giving your patrons influence, because every time you turn in a significant treasure to your patron, the patron earns 1 influence from that. Influence is a currency you can spend to do cool like macro level play. And then 2, decide whether you're going to try for like shady treasure accounting, like burying some of your treasure in a pit, or like claiming that only one of these pawns found all of the treasure and therefore because that pawn is a noble, you don't have to pay taxes on it, like something like that. And then any remaining treasure, you're going to liquidate it all into GP. You're going to distribute that GP evenly amongst all the pawns, or whatever helps everybody feel happy. You'll purchase any necessities that you think you can hide or get away with, and then you'll pay your tax to the patrons and earn XP on the treasure that you handed in. I think the first thing that we have to do, actually, is take all surviving 0 level characters and make them be level 1.
Wow.
Done.
Ta-da!
Aww. Do I need to do anything other than just change the number on the character sheet?
You'll need to choose what class you would like the character to ascend to level 1 in.
What are the
Scribbles
traces?
is meant to be a wizard.
Let's go through it person by person. It's Scribbles who's meant to be a wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Let's see. I'm pretty sure that's a D4, but it might be a D6.
Wait, Scribbles has 18 personality. Is there anything better that I could do with personality?
I think personality is what is necessary for being a cleric, actually.
That would be good to have.
Ooh. Yeah,
She's-
it would
yeah.
be.
Scribbles is probably a cleric, actually.
Let's
You do
see.
clerical work?
Yeah. Cleric spells are cast with personality.
Great.
I'm glad you asked that question because I was gonna make mine a cleric and she ain't got no personality.
Yeah. So let's see. First of all, we should figure out what your alignment is.
I think Scribbles is lawful selfish.
Awful self.
So, I guess that's like chaotic neutral.
There's only 3 alignments in Dungeon Crawl Classic.
Oh, right. Lawful, neutral, chaotic, right?
Yes, lawful, neutral, or chaotic. And that actually matters for
Neutral.
clerics. Neutral,
Does it?
cool. Yeah. So the god that you worship will be of the same alignment that you are. And if you try to heal a creature of a very different alignment, like if you're lawful and you try to heal someone chaotic, then you risk greater displeasure and your effects are weaker and stuff like that.
So neutral
Why?
seems like it would be a good choice.
Yep.
Okay.
So there are 4 neutral gods. Amun-Tor, the god of mystery and riddles. Ildavir, the goddess of nature. Pelagia, the goddess of the sea. And Cthulhu, the priest of the Old Ones.
Was the first one Amunator?
Amun-Tor.
Amuntor.
Yeah.
Riddles
A-M-U-N.
seems like something that she'd be into.
Cool.
I would
Mysteries
choose
and
that
riddles. Nice. So let's see if we click on cleric. Cool. So now at the bottom of your sheet, you can write down your deity, Amun-Tor.
Is it Amuntor?
A-M-U-N space T-O-R.
2 words. Got it.
Yeah. God of mystery and riddles. Creatures which to you are unholy and therefore affected by your turn unholy spell are mundane animals, undead, demons, devils, monsters, for example, basilisk or medusa, lycanthropes, and perversions of nature, for example, otiugs and slimes. And I'll quickly type that in your manifestations and notes page here.
Oh, thank you.
So, mundane animals, undead, demons, devils, monsters, basilisk, Medusa, etc. And lycanthropes. And perversions of nature. Otiugs. Slimes. Fantastic. That's it for that. Let's see. You gain 1d8 hit points at each level. So roll 1d8 -1 for your stamina.
Why -1?
Because your stamina is 7, you have a -1.
Oh.
It cuts into your hit points. So you've gained 6 HP, putting your max and current HP at 7.
That's a bit more than Babs had.
Yeah. So, as a thought for how you might conceive of your cleric here, clerics of chaotic alignments belong to secret cults and strange sects. Clerics of lawful alignments belong to organized religious groups. They might lead a rural congregation or adventure on great crusades, or defend holy relics. Neutral clerics tend towards philosophical affiliations. They might be druids who worship the oneness of nature, or dark theosophists who research the dead gods that originally created the universe. Magic you can cast. You will you have access to the spells of your god as indicated as on page 31 on table 1-5. You know 4 first level spells, which we will identify soon. Let's do that now.
I'm trying to pull up that page in the book.
Might be slightly off of that number that I gave in the PDF itself.
For a cleric?
Yeah.
35, 36?
Yeah, something like that. Let's see. Cleric spells. Where are you? Maybe page 314. Oh my goodness, where's the list of cleric spells? I swear. There it is. Page 128, the list of cleric spells. Cool. All right, Anna. Roll 1d11 4 times, or rather roll 4d11. Three, 4, 9, and 9. Roll again until you don't get a 3, 4, or 9.
Ha.
Hey, there you go. Okay,
was
your
counting on
4
me to get a 1.
spells are Blessing, Detect Evil, Detect Magic, and Resist Cold or Heat.
Blessing, Detect Evil, Detect Magic,
And Resist Cold or Heat.
Okie dokie.
Fantastic. And then
it already has on my character sheet Divine Aid, Turn Unholy, and Lay on Hands. Those are like natural cleric spells, right?
yes, those are things that you can do. So, if you roll a natural 1, that means you've earned the disapproval of your god, and you have to like do things to atone. And then every time you fail a spell check on in one day, the cleric's natural range of disapproval increases by 1. So if you fail to spell 4 times, then your range for disapproval is 1 through 5. And if you roll a check in the range of 1 through 5, then you earn incredibly bad things.
Okay.
And then it resets every day.
That could go wrong, really.
I mean, with someone like me rolling, sure, it won't be an issue.
It resets every day, and you can also like sacrifice important things, like a goat, or maybe like a bunch of money, in order to reduce your disapproval. You can always turn unholy by rolling d20 plus your personality modifier plus your caster level plus your luck modifier. You can always lay on hands in order to heal your target. You can also use lay on hands to restore broken limbs, repair organ damage, cure disease, cure paralysis, cure poison, or cure blindness or deafness.
Cool.
And you also have divine aid. As a devout worshiper, you are entitled to beseech your deity for divine aid. You basically ask your god for some intervention, and they might grant your request. Yep. Simple requests like lighting a candle are DC 10, and extraordinary requests like summon and control a living column of flame are DC 18 and higher. This is like the cleric's version of Mighty Deeds of Arms, in that you can just like tell me you want a super cool thing to happen. We'll agree on a DC and you'll roll.
Okay.
Yes, I think that's it. Oh, your fortitude and will both increase by +1.
Great.
And yes. And your crit die is a D8, and your crit table is 3, which is I. Those are in the
Crit
center.
die is D8, and my crit table is what?
3, I. Yep. So that just gives you a better crit table to be rolling on. Awesome. Cool. Do you know what class Henley wants to be?
Henley is really strong. So I feel like that lends to being a fighter.
Cool.
And that seems like Henley's thing. Hit stuff.
Yeah. Think not much.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
What are the choices again? There's like warrior, wizard, cleric.
Yeah. Warrior, wizard, cleric, thief. Halfling we call rogue. Dwarf we call knight. Elf we call warlock. And that's as far as we go. We don't do bard, gnome, paladin, ranger, or kith.
What was, you said something that was like fighter, but it was a different. Knight. What is a knight?
That's like a sword and shield fighter specifically.
I think Henley's more of a. It's warrior that we're calling.
Yeah,
fighter,
warrior
right?
is the fighter.
Okay.
Okay, a warrior gains 1d12 hit points at each level.
1d12. Whoa.
What'd you roll?
9.
Nice. Not bad
Hell
at all.
Yeah.
Henley went from being super squishy to all of a sudden.
For bad.
I mean, pour one out for Sky, right? Like, you could always get cored by a magic missile. Okay, cool.
So then, do I heal to maximum, or do I still have 1 missing hit point?
No, you'll heal to maximum. We're doing this in downtime, so yeah, it'll be fine. You have a Mighty Deed of Arms dice, which is 1d3. So we'll just like click the warrior button. Mighty Deed of Arms is d3. And you critical hit on 19 to 20. Cool. Yes, you have to choose a specific kind of weapons with which you are lucky. And your luck modifier adds to your attacks with that kind of weapon. So this has to be specific, like long swords. It's not one specific longsword, but all weapons of that type.
Well, Scribbles, being a cleric, doesn't have much use for Babs' magical mace.
Cool.
So she's gonna give that to Henley.
Cool.
What type of weapon is a
Nice.
mace?
We're gonna call this Great Mace.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it just great maces that I'm lucky with?
Yes.
Okay.
Average
and-
maces, good maces, no bueno.
And this Great Mace is a +2 to attack, and
Okay.
also it deals 1d8 damage.
Okie dokie.
Nice. Okay, cool. Do note you add your class level to your initiative roll, and I think that is it.
Does
your
the
cr-
mace do anything else? Because it was magical, it was glowing.
Yeah, that's where the +2 comes from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you said add to my initiative. Add 1.
Your class level.
Okay.
So your crit die is 1d12, and you're rolling on table 3.
Crit die is 12, and I'm rolling on table 3.
Hmm.
Okie dokie.
And then your reflex and fortitude both become +1.
Great.
And we have to choose an alignment for you.
What does chaotic mean in the sense of this game?
So, like, most people in the world are neutral
Mm-hmm.
because, like, law and chaos are these, like, primeval god and demon level forces. And, like, both gods and demons can be lawful and chaotic. So it's not like
Mhm.
gods are lawful, demons chaotic. But this is, like, the great battle for the soul of the world. So, like, if you're unsure, it's very easy to just default to neutral. If you'd like to roll for it, you could roll, like, 1d5. 1 is chaotic, 5 is lawful, 2, 3, and 4 is neutral.
I think neutral makes sense for Henley.
Cool. Sounds good. And that's it for you.
Hooray! That went well, actually.
Yeah. Who's next? Let's do Evie.
Evie. Evie has
What?
high intelligence, so I'm assuming that's best for a wizard.
It's good for a wizard for sure.
Let's do it. I'm gonna have a whole little Hogwarts over here on my wizards.
Nice. You could also be a warlock, like
Ooh.
Strej Duday.
And what would be the biggest difference between the wizard and warlock in this universe?
I think wizards tend to get more and stronger spells. Warlocks are a little better with swords, and they also have a patron that they can, like, summon and do deals with and stuff like that. We never really saw any of that, but Strej's patron is the king of Frogland.
Of course it is. As it should be.
You could even say that this experience in this vaunted halls of Bobug Boobills have gained you the patronage of Bobug Boobills.
Yeah. I like the idea that we've got a magic user with a different patron to fight with Agnes about who's right.
Cool.
So warlock, I shall be.
Yeah. So Evie, character sheet, class, warlock. Fantastic. You beat me to it already. And also, anybody who just hit level 1, you have 10 experience points. Period.
Cool.
I see you've chosen neutral for your alignment. Sounds great. We're going to click the elf button because that is your warlock thing. Is it Bobug Boobills that you want as your patron?
I shall have bug bills for my patron.
Oh shit, we now have 2 worshippers of Bubug, because Growlithe worships Bubug
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, they're gonna have so much in
Yeah.
common when we get back.
Fantastic. All right. Let's see.
Have you seen the light?
It's so bright. It's beautiful. I'll follow it everywhere. Let's see. Warlock.
Cool. Okay. You are going to have 3 spells, which you know. First of all, your crit die is a d6 on table 2. Nice. Your reflex and fortitude and will all go to +1. So 1, 1 and 1. Yep, very nice. So, spells. Would you kindly roll 3d27?
Mm-hmm.
26, 13, and 17. So, you know Flaming Hands,
Yes.
Nice.
Magic Shield,
Dope. Cool.
and Ward Portal.
Ooh. Ward portal.
Ward Portal.
Word
Which is a
puddle.
spell-
Yes.
Spell for warding portals. Now let's see. We've got to get some mercurial magic effects for these. So please roll 3d100.
Six,
Six,
28, and 8.
28 and 8. So for Flaming Hands, your mercurial magic is a counter magic bubble. In the round following the casting of this spell, all other spells, including your own, cast within 100 feet, suffer a -4 penalty to spell checks. So counterspell bubble for 1 round within 100 feet, -4 to all spells.
Sweet. Got that in there.
Incredible. 28 for Magic Shield. Your mercurial magic effect is Odd Growths.
Yeah.
Strange growths appear in the immediate area whenever the spell is cast.
I thought it was like strange growths on you.
Right?
Like you develop strange growths.
And you will roll 1d6 to determine if they are toadstools, pools of slime, flowers, black fungus, crystals, or fields of wheat. I'll let you look up that list.
Yeah, I'll write that in later.
And then Ward Portal 8. Count of 10. Each time you cast this spell, one of your fingers or toes melts away.
Oh.
For every
what the
2
hell?
digits you lose, you suffer a permanent -1 to agility. The digits can be replaced by magic, but if you ever run out of digits, you cannot cast this spell.
It's for which one?
For Ward Portal.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be warding a lot of portals, guys. Sorry.
Yep.
Less than 10.
All right, cool. And I think that is it. Nice.
Yay! Do I get any bonuses for stats on level up for Evie?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you get HP. Sorry, let's check that for sure.
You go from 1 to 2.
Big day, big day.
Very well could be. Wizard, dwarf, elf. A warlock gains 1d6 hit points at each level, so roll 1d6.
Yep,
Up. Close.
yep, 4. Yeah, that's a good one. I'll take it.
5
health.
HP. Not bad.
Feels good.
Cool. All right, who do we have next? Beskri?
So what do we not have since the whole journey? We don't have
I don't think we've seen any thieves or rogues.
thief, rogue, nor knight, I think.
It's true.
What stats do thieves and rogues use?
Let's see. I don't think that thieves are terribly dependent on any particular stat. Thieves get skills, which is the unique thing about them. And they roll plus a particular bonus for their skills. So it's not related to your stats. So like if you're quite strong or quite agile, either of those things would make a good thief.
So Beskri would probably be a good thief, but I feel like Knight is probably the most natural at this point because she got the Knight armor. Lurgby kind of screamed that she was a Knight of the Overlord, that she died.
True. Cool.
Oh, I really want us to get the thief and a rogue, but I feel like Beskri's storyline leads her to be a Knight.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'll make her a Knight.
Okay, so Beskri.
Which one do I pick? It's Paladin? Is what?
It's Dwarf.
Dwarf. Okay.
Yep.
This one's
So
for you, Neal.
class is Knight. You have 10 XP. So as a dwarf, you gain 1d10 hit points at each level. So go ahead and roll 1d10 minus 1.
No.
Oh no!
Come on.
You must gain a minimum of 1, so you have 3 hit points. But wow, what a terrible roll!
What a shit night! Freaking hell! I can't believe.
Knights prefer to battle with a weapon and shield, and that's important because you get like special benefits for your shield.
I don't have a shield.
You should choose an alignment.
Get a shield for this. Noted. Oh my god, I'm so depressed by that HP.
1 HP.
I don't know, for alignment, I guess I can just roll.
Sure. Roll 1d5. 1 is chaotic, 5 is chaotic. You're a chaotic knight.
Just to make up for all of my good rolls. Chaotic knight. It's like, what the hell is going on here? Okay.
I mean, there are, like, we have encountered many creatures in service to chaos.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Your mighty deed of arms die is D3. So when you roll to make your attack, you'll roll your attack plus your mighty deed of arms die, and that's added together as your attack roll. You excel at fighting with a shield in one hand and a weapon in the other. When fighting with a shield, you always gain a shield bash as a second attack. This bash uses a D14 to hit instead of a D20. So down at the bottom of your sheet, you can see shield bash D14. Let's see. You will choose a lucky weapon.
Okay, yeah, I see it. Lucky weapon.
Yep. So you might want to choose, for example, your longsword.
Yeah, I'm gonna choose my sword with the eye symbol on it.
Yeah. It's not a specific weapon; it's a type of
Okay.
weapon.
Oh,
So
okay,
again,
okay.
like longswords is the thing for sure.
Lucky weapon, long sword. Okay.
That's it. Your crit die is D10. Your crit table is 3, and you have 1 to reflex, 1 to fortitude, and 1 to will. And I think that is it.
All right.
Cool.
Beskri is now a knight.
So, next time when we start, we'll start with some pawn stuff, and then we'll get into some patron stuff. And there are many ways for Neal to gain new characters to play with, including zero-level characters.
So.
But also, there are ways for you to gain first-level characters, in fact. So let's see. Just to go back to this page. Yes. Connections is an option that exists on some of your sheets. Let's see. So it's Valerie, Queen of the Seven Schools, has connections. So if you spend the influence that you have earned from this adventure purchasing the connections block, then you'll be able to just straight up recruit 2 level 1 characters.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
And I'm definitely.
We will assign influence at the start of next session, because all of you will earn 1 influence from completing this adventure, and Jen Petrov will earn 1 additional influence because we just completed Petrov's quest. But then you might earn additional influence if one of your pawns turns in a significant treasure to the patron. So.
Cool.
Yep. And that, my friends, is all we have time for today.
It's okay. I need to think on this a lot before we get on our next one here. Because one question before we go. My patron is Kara, but my pawns serve Valerie. So when I'm sneaky with my money or I decide to give it all, that goes to Valerie, right?
Yes. And specifically, Kara didn't have any characters who went on an adventure. Neal, isn't Little Jimmy one of your characters?
Little Jimmy is one of my characters. He is my sole surviving character by virtue that he did not travel.
You held him back. So, Kara, because you didn't have any pawns go on this adventure, you had your pawns doing work for you in town. So you'll also automatically gain 1 additional influence.
Nice.
So you'll be able to do a whole bunch of stuff. The way that influence is spent is you spend like 1 influence to buy a box that's immediately adjacent to the center. And then if you wanted to buy a box that's like 1 step further, that'd be 1, 2 to purchase holdings plus 1, 1, 2, 3 to purchase trained guards, et cetera, et cetera. And there's other things that you can use influence on, and we'll go over that all next time. And I think it'll be like really fun to do some little like patron mini game stuff and then figure out who's going to assign our next quest.
Ooh, thank you so much for DMing us through this one.
That was a great one. We finally made it.
I can't believe it. I'm so sorry for Babs of all the losses.
She was so
close.
close. We were so close.
So
like the last little hallway.
There is something else that we'll do at the very start of next session, which is we'll do all the post-adventure checklist for pawn stuff. And at that point, you will be able to liquidate all of your treasure. And if I look at this, I think you've got 100, 325. That's like 450. That's like 550, 650. Wow. Y'all have like 1,300 gold, which is around 130 gold pieces or 130 XP worth of money. So like some of your level 1 characters might actually be able to roll over depending on how you spend it.
Cool.
Yeah. Or maybe you spend it on like, you know, all of your characters and they all get a little bit of XP instead. But that's how we roll.
Cool.
Hey.
I'm so surprised I got out of that dungeon. I'm still really.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you very much for playing the Fall of House Duday. And I look forward to seeing the fallout as we continue forwards in about a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll let you guys know when it's coming next.
And Jen, you're uploading VODs onto your YouTube channel, right?
Yes, it's all on youtube.com/livingpink. You can watch it all back to back. 12 episodes of Frog, Babs, Little Jimmy, Sky, Senga, goodness.
Redra.
That was quite the journey too. Those characters are still in my back pocket. Yeah.
Why don't we do quick outros and each of you share where people can find you online. Jen, let's start with you since everybody wants to know where your YouTube channel is.
Yeah. youtube.com/liveinpink. You can follow me at liveinpink on Twitter. And that's it for me. Thank you for watching.
Awesome. Anna, how about you?
Rip Babs. I'm Anna Prosser. Find me at annaprosser.com. That'll lead you everywhere else. Or check out my dog at Happy Nizki on Instagram. And you can find me playing more Dungeons and Dragons on the official D&D channel, twitch.tv/D&D, Tuesdays at 4 p.m. for Nights of Evening Star, as well as on Acquisitions Incorporated for every PAX.
Awesome. Rachel, how about you?
You can find me on Twitter at Seltzer Please. You can find me on Instagram at Seltzer Please, Seltzer with the drink. Please like the request. Not quite sure what the year's gonna bring, but it's always something to do with video games and a lot of Pokemon. So if you like that stuff, give me a follow, and you can join me as I head on over to Cantrip brand and pick up one of those crop tops that Anna's wearing. So when
I
do
forgot
eventually,
totally to say that cantripbrand.com.
literally just ordered it, and then apparently in another tab left one in a cart and got an email about that. So sorry, Anna, I'm holding up your website there, but
That's okay.
That's me. Neal, what about you, bud?
You can find me at twitch.tv/Koibu, where I run D&D campaigns for myself and a bunch of other Twitch streamers all the time. And mostly 2nd edition, a little bit of 5th edition. And yeah.
Awesome. I'll send us out here. You can find me on the internet everywhere at Silent Osiris. The O is 0, and I'm Steven. And we're returning to the Sunfall Cycle, which is the other D&D stream that I run weekly on Wednesdays over on twitch.tv/Jesse Cox this Wednesday. We will find another time for us to play Pawns and Patrons together, and we will update you on Twitter and all of our socials so that you know when to expect the next episode. Thank you all for tuning in, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.